Hello everyone, I'm J0hnatan and today I'll talk about the Assassin's Creed Mirage DLC called Valley of Memory. Ubisoft released a teaser trailer yesterday, and today NSC community member Zafers will share new information about that. Nonetheless, the teaser already has shown a lot of small details and we'll get through them. Before doing this, I'll talk about some leaks about this DLC to understand what we can expect from it. Some days ago, J0hnatan, a very trusted source in the AC community, shared some leaks about the trailer and I'll read them to you. J0hnatan says it will be very similar to the last chapter from Odyssey in terms of map and in terms of longevity. There will not be a big city as far as he knows, and the map is very desert with some small village, oasis, and all around there are some huge mountains. There are new enemies and a new archetype that use poison. Finally, he shares the most interesting info for me personally, that they will add a new Animus function, they will add new challenges, forcing us to replay the main missions and the contracts. For example, we have to complete an entire mission without using eagle vision or without killing anyone. So, by completing these missions with success, we will unlock some rewards. This honestly seems like they will add an Animus Hub function, maybe, and we'll see the new type of missions that will unlock rewards like the Battle Pass, maybe, or they will unlock modern day content, we don't know, but I hope it's like that, because I really like the idea of completing side objectives for unlocking rewards, a bit like in Brotherhood, in Black Flag, in AC3, etc. And I personally really like the fact that we can replay the main mission and contracts, because it's from Syndicate that we can replay missions, so I'm very happy if it's like that. As far as the map goes, I didn't expect a huge city, because the old town was built around the 12th, 13th century. So I personally expected an open map with a lot of desert. I didn't expect a huge city like Baghdad, because historically speaking, it existed a city before the old town. It was Dedan, a biblical city, a very old city, but as far as I know, when Basim was there, 80s, 70s, it was ruined. It wasn't a very big city. In fact, afterwards they reused the architecture, the stones, for rebuild the city and make the old town. Personally, it doesn't surprise me, but I hope that some small villages will be also present, because the big part of AlUla are the tombs, are the inscriptions, and in my opinion, the most interesting thing that they can do with this DLC is to make some easier story about glyphs, about some ancient artifacts, and I think they will do that, because the teaser trailer show Basim with Darwish, which is a merchant, and in the main game you stole things from people and you give them to him, and so I expect that Basim and Darwish are in AlUla for money. I mean, they're expecting to find some treasure. It's not for knowledge, it's not for something about the lore. I think that the premise is very simple, but the DLC will develop in some new form, and I think that they will stumble upon some easier stuff, a bit like in the last chapter in Odyssey, where Cassandra went for a treasure and found these pieces of Eden. And I think that it will be interesting, because Darwish is not a character that has been developed that much outside the intro of Mirage. We encounter him in Baghdad, but it's not very story related, it's just for giving us this mini game with pickpocketing, and so I think that Darwish can be an interesting character, can betray Basim, but I don't know, because another thing is, it doesn't seem like this DLC is chronological, is not in chronological order. Basim doesn't have the scar, there is Enkidu, so it's not after the ending, it's before the ending, or probably it's something non-linear that you can do whenever you want, and I really don't like that. It's very disappointing for me because I hoped it was something like a last chapter, it was something that tied in with Valhalla, but I don't think so, because there are no reasons to think that is after the main story. I mean, I hope there is some deepness in this DLC, I hope there are some Isu stuff, but I don't know, because it's first of all an agreement between Ubisoft and Saudi Arabia, so it may also be something that is very meaningless. I mean, it can also be a DLC about historical tourism, not about the lore, not about Isu stuff, not about Basim's journey. I'm really afraid it's just a historical tourism DLC, but we'll see. Zafir's will release new information about Valley of Memory today, this afternoon. We'll see if there is also a complete trailer. But for now we only have this teaser trailer. It's very interesting, even though it doesn't show that much. It shows the desert, it shows a tomb there in AlUla. It's interesting because I really hope we can see a tomb section like in AC2, in AC Brotherhood Revelation and AC3. But now let's take a look at the trailer. Here we are, this is the trailer. It reminds me a lot of the Origins DLC, the hidden one. Here is Enkidu. Here is Basim without the scar, but with a new outfit, very cool outfit in my opinion. It's very similar to the AC Valhalla outfit, more similar to the Valhalla outfit than the Master Assassin's outfit that he has in Mirage. For sure, very good music, I love that. So what do you think about this teaser trailer? I personally think it will be not about Basim's journey after the main story, it will be before, and I think it can be very surprising, but it can also be disappointing. We'll just have to wait.